And we alive. Holy crap, we are late. Hello, we're back with the whole gang. The whole crew's here.
We're right on time.
Yeah, that's true. We're 30 minutes late, so we're right on time.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Okay.
Call us Justin.
Just in time. I think we got all of our pre-stream conversations out, because we also need to get the show on the road because it's late and we all want to get to bed at a reasonable time. So is there anything else we want to go over before we hop right in? Anything that people want to say? Happy almost Valentine's Day. Also, Gab's here. Amazingly. Miracle happened. It's like it's a religious session. Hello, Gab. We're very happy you're here.
Ooh.
Anything we want to go over?
Rest in peace, duo.
Rest in peace.
Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
The Duolingo owl.
Just a
Ripped
kid.
from...
He was just a kid.
He's even younger than Jimmy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Struck down in his prime.
I think canonically he was from 1000 BC, so he's
Oh,
the only
good
thing
point.
that
She should have
younger
been.
than-
She should have been at the
Oh,
club.
his name.
shit, he met
Should've been at the club.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus met him, Drew.
Yeah.
That's how it went.
Put some respect on
Jesus-
the have some respect for the dead.
Get some respect on his name. Duo Kishana Renee Lingo, you will be missed.
In the arms of
The angel.
Okay.
Salute the flag, cocksuckers.
If you go and get a soda. Okay. All right. We don't have time.
Nope, we can't finish that.
Okay. Got it. Is there anything else before we hop in?
Nar.
No. No. No.
No.
And no. Okay. Then, as always. Well, first of all, we want to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and yes. Okay. Then, as always, a deep and cleansing breath before we begin. Sound good?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah.
Everyone, please join me. And everything after the breath is canon. Last we left off, Mud, Olive, Cowrie, AJ, and her were all in a rowboat paddling to shore, the south shore of the North Shore city, heading towards Superi and the destroyed city of Zirigo. On with the Cat 5 and the Exterminator and the Cornucopia and all of your allies left behind on the ships being marked by your own words as, oh, these are all followers, our congregation. You are going in alone to meet the ALL-GOD Cleric's flock of thousands, to meet the ALL-GOD Cleric himself. The ALL-GOD Cleric is not yet in attendance at the effigy burning. The effigy burning has not even begun, as the construction has just finished, concluding you guys seeing each of the effigies and just beginning to see the sacrifices that would be placed within them. You guys are rowing to shore as you are able to hear in the distance what sounds like armor clanking together, like metal on metal, moving towards you through the crowds. And the floor is yours. What do you do?
People cast armor on themselves.
I don't have that.
I'm gonna
I'm
hold
gonna
off.
I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level.
Okay.
On Cowrie and Olive, and I'm gonna give them advantage on charisma checks.
Okay.
Why, thank you.
Got it.
Bang.
Incredible. Any other preparations? Okay. Any other mechanical preparations before you guys reach the shore? I will also give you guys time to come up with a plan if you wish to have one. But like anything mechanical you guys want to do?
Not for
Grease up
me.
my limbs.
I am going
said
to
mechanical.
wild shape into my starry form, and I'm going to do it into the form of a dragon. When you make an intelligence or wisdom check or a con saving throw to make concentration on a spell, you can treat a roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
Understood.
I'm scared. Mud is scared. Mud is quite frightened.
And also, AJ, just so you know, Fuse was able to complete your chainsaw arm.
Hooray!
Chainsaw sounds cooler. I will put that in your character sheet going forward, but if you would like to use it, just ask me what it is, okay?
Will do.
Got you. Anything else mechanical? Yes.
Not quite mechanical, but I am making sure that my seal skin is like tucked up and covered under
Okay.
my big coat that I got in the Molar Isles
Yes.
because
Okay. Makes sense. So sealskin covered. I'm actually gonna.
Yes.
I need to write that down. Hold on.
Whoa. Sounds like that was so
Good looks,
unimportant.
Darb. Good looks. Good looks.
That was a good move.
Anything
I
else?
don't know. Why would you write something down if it's not important?
I write things down that aren't important all the time.
Yeah, famously.
I draw little flowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to roll
Okay.
my cosmic omen. Okay, I'm good.
I think I have in my notes, Moss, that I think you rolled that last
Oh,
session.
I did?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Hold on.
Also, Drew, want to clarify. I have 5 temp HP right now. I'm supposed to have that, correct?
Yes, you are.
We
Yes.
should all have that.
After every time you, because of Lollipop's boon, I have it written down somewhere. Every time you long rest, I believe you get 5 temporary hit points. I believe that is the ruling that I gave. And also set aside 1 d4 because of Lollipop's boon to all of you. You all get 1 d4 of guidance to use once per session.
Hell yeah.
Sick, dude.
You rolled wheel for wheel and woe.
I did. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I also have my notes that you previously cast enhance ability on me, but if you want to bump
Oh.
that, all good.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
I don't.
You
Okay,
taking
yeah. Then
notes
I'm
and
gonna get
things.
rid of the 2nd level spell slot and bump it up to 3rd to have it be Cowrie and Olive.
Does anyone remember the last time I surged was? This is a new
Nope.
notebook. That's
Let me
okay.
see.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I don't think I. No. It's okay. I don't have the number of where my surges are at. So can we just say it's
I
just back to
don't
1?
think-
I want to say it's up to 10. It's
Up to 10.
I don't think you surged last session.
I don't think so either.
I didn't, but I try to remember. I don't
No,
think
I think the last
both.
time you surged was when you got the Hellhound.
Yes.
You know what?
I would
be,
agree.
Let's
Yes.
be, here. Let's be fair about it. Let's put you at 3.
Okay,
That
sounds
sound
good.
fair? Okay.
That sounds good. I don't know. I like 10.
Could have made her roll a
You want
d20.
it to be 10? I will allow it
No,
to be
no,
10.
no, 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 no,
Make
no,
her
no,
roll
no.
a d20, Drew. Whatever number it is. That's
That's way better. Do it. Kate, roll.
Could have said a d100.
2.
Okay, we're at 2.
Okay.
D100 would have been fucking
Hold
wild.
on, that was. Hold on, it was cocked, so I re-rolled it. So I got a 20.
Okay, the next time you cast a spell, you are going to surge. Okay.
Okay.
Blink, blink.
All right.
Blink,
Blink,
blink, blink.
And again, you see like torches lit, like the crowd illuminated. You have maybe 100 yards before you make landfall, and you guys are as silent as the grave. No one knows that you are approaching right now because you're in a rowboat, rowing very quietly. Any plane that you want to make before you touch down.
Were we not able to get to land in our ship?
The proper dock, so if I'm remembering correctly, you brought it as close to the shore as you could without basically like marooning yourself, but
Okay.
also didn't want to bring your followers with you in case this gets violent.
I see. Okay. Makes sense.
Does anybody have anything that could make us look a little more godly? I don't know, like prestidigitation or.
I mean, we all have
something.
our masquerade tattoos. And you can like disguise yourself, but just like slightly different.
Mm.
Problem is that will drop if I have to rage at any point, and it only lasts an
Oh.
hour.
Is
Let's
it
see what I have.
concentration or is it's just an effect, I think.
Oh,
I
right,
think
it might just
rage
be an
is when you're
effect.
concentrating on a spell.
Ooh, I have a disguise kit. And so Cowrie basically pulls out like a bunch of random jars. And some of them have like shimmery stuff, some of them have like paint in them, and I like peruse them and I take some like silvery iridescent shimmers and I smear it on your cheeks. And I put some in your hair. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys, if you saw the effigies, like you saw them of yourselves, right?
Yes, we did.
Do you remember, or did you say if the AJ one was how I look now, or how AJ was before?
It was
I
how we
think-
looked at the Battle of the Bards, I think.
No.
AJ's was hastily made, so I don't think
Yeah.
they anticipated you coming. It said a simple mace resting against it, and they were dumping scrap metal and weaponry. So they haven't figured out the design, but I imagine they're altering it to how you look now.
I was gonna say, if it looks like the old guy, should I pretend to be like a follower, or? I don't think so.
AJ, go ahead and give me a quick perception check. And I'm gonna say that DC to this is actually gonna be pretty low. It's gonna be like a 13.
That's a 15.
That's a 15. What you are able to see is that more sacrifices are being like basically, and just for those of you that are just tuning in now, or like AJ who probably didn't, as a quick refresher, the sacrifices of this, the only ones that are unbound, like doing this of their own free will, bless you Darby, are the Umberly monks, are like the blue skin, like kind of like very plain clothing. They're the only ones doing this like of their own volition. The rest have their hands bound behind their back and have gags in their mouth. And AJ, what you're able to see as you're looking towards your own effigy, like effigy isn't like the small little like wire scrap, like smaller like wire scrap person with the mace resting up against it, and the like sacrifice pit with the weapons and scrap metal. You watch as sacrifices are brought before the pit, and you realize that yes, sacrifices, yours has the most amount of sacrifices that are going to go into it. And you're able to know with a 15, as you're getting very close, kind of being like shoved and kind of like bullied forward by like a lot of guards with like religious, basically like zealots, like knights essentially. You're able to notice that the like clothing, very raider-esque, very like, you know, like privateer, like mercenary kind of clothing, not very religious at all. But the races or the species of these sacrifices are a half-orc, a fire genasi, a satyr, and a green dragonborn.
So that means that, like, can
Does
I
that mean
do
I'm gonna
like
grow
a...
horns eventually, or it's just a satyr?
Anyone here can go ahead and give me a history check and beat a 5.
What did you said a green dragonborn?
A green
Or-
dragonborn, yep.
I rolled a
because of his
1.
jaw.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did
Ooh.
you say? Insight?
History?
A history, yeah. DC 5.
Jaw, arm,
18.
History?
AG skin, and then satyrs. I have no idea.
Yep.
11.
Herstory? Did you mean Herstory?
Herstory.
23.
23. Group check. You're all able to look at it. You probably put it together. Those sacrifices represent AJ's body parts, meaning that in some way, like the half-orc body, the fire genasi arm, the green dragonborn jaw, and most recently, the satyr does not represent any satyr body parts, but instead represents Fey, because Sweet Tooth was of the Feywild.
Right.
Meaning that they might not have an effigy yet, but they do know what you look like, or at least some version, like some twisted version of it.
Build that motherfucking effigy.
Build that
Yeah, that
motherfucker.
motherfucking effigy.
All
Is
right.
this guy like scrying on us,
That's what
or
I'm
like how
thinking.
does he know? Like, can I
Well,
do
he's the
like
all
a-
god. He's the
I
all
was
god
saying-
cleric. So
If he's the old god, that he can.
Yeah, I could also see him like having the ability
oh, he has a
to
vision.
scry. Yeah, or vision or something.
Okay. Any plans that wish to be made before you guys make landfall?
So we're the chosen ones?
Just play the part, whether you believe it or not.
Okay.
Okay. That's all? That is all. Then as you get closer and closer and closer to the shore, you're able to feel a rumbling as your boat comes into contact with the sand as you come to a full stop. And now, as there's a slight incline going to the flat, like sand plains where all this is happening, all of your effigies, 12 feet, for the 4 of you, 12 feet tall, loom in front of you, as all you need to do is approach from the shore and greet this crowd of thousands as fchink, 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 loud as can be, very close by.
I'll get off the boat. And I want to meet the ALL-GOD Cleric halfway.
Walking to, okay, got it, not a problem. So just to get, so Olive hopping out of the boat, just to give you an idea of kind of like where all this is going to happen, you climb up the hill, and immediately you're able to see people like kind of formed in this crowd, hands clasped. They're all praying silently. Most of their eyes are closed, and it seems that no one has noticed you as of yet. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Olive.
Dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you are able to notice one figure that stands out. You are able to see it is a small goblin woman who does not seem to be aligned with any one of these like religious factions. She's about 3 feet tall, light green skin. She has 2 small, like 1-inch horns coming out of her forehead, and she has tattoos and piercings all over her face of all different kinds of religious symbols, like eyebrow tattoos and cheek tattoos and neck tattoos, and piercing through her nose and her ears and her lips. And her clothing is like a mishmash of like different faiths. Like you see a stone dragon earring. You're able to see like a holy a holy necklace of like golden like Aphrodite symbology. You're able to see like a spear earring from like the orcish god Grumsh. However, like you're able to notice she has a blindfold on, and she seems to be checking on like each of the factions, kind of like walking around until you come and you breach over the hill, and she looks over with her eyes completely covered. The map that you're on is, or like, you know, just the topography is the sand plains, your effigies, and then the crowds. The ALL-GOD Cleric is coming through the crowds. Do you want to meet him halfway, like in between the effigies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Anyone else going along with that plan?
Yes, I will be right behind Olive, almost like single file.
Okay, single file. Darby, you're muted.
I'll file in behind her.
File in behind. Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
Bring up the rear. Mud second to last. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. As this goblin figure looks over to you, you watch as she kind of like steps to the center, like in between the effigies, and she goes, "Everyone, kneel now." And you're able to watch as the most devoted in the front row begin to kneel. The prisoners have their knees kind of like kicked out or butted out of them, and they're kind of like shoved down towards the ground as thousands of people kneel in succession. And as they all begin to kneel, this goblin woman puts her like hands into her robes, and she steps out of the way. And as everyone kneels, looking deep into the center of the crowd, you are able to see the ALL-GOD Cleric for the first time. And the ALL-GOD Cleric sees you. A quick description of what you see. It's here. Okay. He's maybe 50 yards away and looks small relative to everyone kneeling, relative to the crowds, as no one dares even look at him. But as he gets closer, the more you are able to see. The first thing you notice is his armor. He is clad in stretched out and cobbled together plate and chainmail armor. It is across his chest, it is across his right arm, both of his legs, and he has half of a helm, like leather, strapped to the right side of his face. The next thing you're able to see is why he only has armor on half of his body. And it's because the left side of his face and his left arm are much larger than his right arm and his right side. He looks grotesque and malformed on his left face and his neck and his left arm. As if, like, everyone here give me a medicine check. We'll say group check DC 15.
6.
6.
9.
9.
I'm
Well,
gonna flip my coin.
12. Immediately fail.
19.
19.
I'll also flip my coin.
25.
25.
Yeah.
22.
22. Okay, not a problem. You guys are able to look at the ALL-GOD Cleric, and each of you, however you want to interpret this in your own minds, how you would understand it, you're able to see that the skin of this arm and of his neck and of this side of his face, it is bulbous. It is cancerous. It looks like it has like grown, like welts have like fused one of his eyes, like almost being constantly shut. You're able to see that the whites of one of his eyes are completely bloodshot, where like all of the capillaries have burst. His neck has like a bulbous growth on the side. His arm is like almost the size of like half of his torso. It's the best way I can put it. It almost looks like he has too much blood in the left side of his body. But also, it's in no way taking away from the muscle of this man. Because as he grows closer to you, you realize that at no point does he stop growing the closer that he gets to you. And it is only at maybe like 15 yards away do you realize that the ALL-GOD Cleric is 12 feet tall. The ALL-GOD Cleric, to each of you having fought many people, probably weighs about 1,000 pounds. And the ALL-GOD Cleric, on his arm, he has a great sword wielded with one hand that is the largest sword you've ever seen. It is connected into his gauntlet somehow with tubes wrapping up and sticking into his great bulbous left arm, but the blade of this sword is 12 feet long. And just, you're able to see like his one good eye, his like blooded eye, he looks and it's like a wide-eyed pained madness as he scans each of your faces. And you realize that on the side of his face that is, it may be obstructed with the helmet, but you're able to notice the cheekbone, the jaw, and the eyes looking back at you. This is him's face staring back at you. And finally, for the decorations across his armor and across all of his, across his presentation, you're able to notice that he has religious iconography scratched and latched all over his arm, all over his armor and on the leather straps, the underclothes. You're able to see it's prayer beads and holy symbols and like stapled like pages from prayer books. And it's a bastardization of spiritual diversity. Yes, Gab.
You're saying him's face, like him's skin, him's face is on the ALL-GOD Cleric, like underneath the helm?
It looks like him's face and him's skull. Like it's hit like to just so everyone's on the same page in case anyone forgot. I think I mentioned this at some point. Him and the ALL-GOD Cleric are brothers. More specifically, they are twins.
Okay, so
The normal side looks exactly like him.
Okay.
And across his waist, in almost like a Roman-esque skirt, he has like several different like objects kind of like dangling, kind of like clinking against the metal as he walks towards all of you. And you're able to see that there is a trident, a lute, a spyglass, a wooden staff, and a mace as they all jangle together, adorning him. And he approaches all of you with a wide eye. It almost looks like he's pissed off at you for some reason, but you have to wonder if that's from pain, if that's from him not wanting you to be here. You don't know what this is, but he comes up and he goes, and it's just a wide-eyed, silent stare as his congregation kneels. What do you do?
Sorry, repeat what the things on his belt were. It was a trident, a lute, a spyglass, a mace. What
And
else?
a wooden staff.
Thank you.
Not a
I
problem.
wonder what those are.
I step forward and I say, "Your holy generals have heard your call.
Anyone else?
I got a +0 to charisma. I'm keeping my fucking mouth shut.
Okay, I'm gonna run with that one. He looks at each of you and he gets like even close. So like you guys are like in between the effigies basically, and he gets even closer to you guys. And now you see just how tall 12 feet is when it's a person. And he picks up his sword and he goes and he turns around immediately and goes, "Look, for you all have doubted me. Look upon the holy generals that have come to grant us from salvation. We have prayed, and we have sacrificed, and we have suffered. And now they are here to grant us their gifts and to lead us into the grand new chapter of our faith." And then you're able to hear everyone go, and they start like cheering, basically, still on their knees, not having gotten up yet, going along with what he says. He turns back and he says, my holiest of generals, 268 souls have been sent to the great beyond in honor of each of you. You have earned their blood through and through. And there is one final sacrifice that must be done to celebrate your arrival. Would you do me the honor of lighting the effigies themselves, so that I understand that we have been practicing properly?
The sacrifices you've performed have been more than enough, child. Let these lambs witness the greatness of our arrival.
Let the lambs witness the greatness of your arrival. They oppose you! With Olive, he steps up so that, like, his shin and waist is, like, at the top of your head, and he's looking directly down at you. He's enormous.
We are here to teach them, sway them, prove them wrong.
He takes a knee so that his head is in line with yours, and you're able to notice that, like, the eye that is, like, clenched between the bulbous growths is beginning to, like, cry a stream of blood as he looks and goes, "The creation of a new doctrine and testament, not focused on punishment, but rather conversion."
Wouldn't you be better off with more followers than less?
He stands up and he turns back to his congregation, who are all, like, chattering and whispering to each other, and he goes, "Everyone pray now!" And just commands it, and everyone shuts the fuck up. Silence immediately. And you're able to then hear just slight whispering of prayers in all different languages to all different gods. And he turns back and says, "Then it shall be a gentle welcoming for each and every one of you. Would you do me the honor of praying?"
Only if you bless us with your name.
You watch as the ALL-GOD cleric hears your request. He closes his eyes and he goes, "I need everyone here to give me a medicine check."
Mm. 13.
13.
7.
7.
19.
19.
Either a 7 or a 10.
What?
One of them.
I don't know if it's a 6 or a 9 on the die.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
I don't think it matters though.
So I got a natural 20 for a 28.
That's crazy. We're gonna get to that in 1 second.
It's the dice you gave me for Christmas.
Let's go. Gab. We're gonna focus on her first. Her. You watch as he closes his eyes and he begins to like he tries to like say his name, and you're able to watch as he says, the shepherd, the crook of crooks, he who leads the flock, the wolf in sheep's clothing. And as he's trying to focus, Gab, with a medicine check, you realize that something has happened. Like, this is not normal. This is not like how, because again, he is a Goliath. So he is a Goliath. Like, there's a Goliath frame somewhere in there, but this growth, this strength, this weight, none of this is normal. And Gab, in your mind, or her in your mind, there's a connection of, oh, whatever caused him to become like this also messed with his memory. He can't remember his name.
Ooh.
And Mud, with a natural 20, I think this is most applicable. This is very applicable to you, because it's building off of what her learned. You realize it's one layer deeper than that. With a nat 20, I gotta let you know a little bit more. This is not like the idea of trauma or a natural blocking of memories is a thing that happens in the real world. You watch, and as he struggles to remember this, as he like tries to make connections to find like his personal like label, you able to watch as like more blood comes out of the eye that is crushed between the growths, and you realize that thinking this hard about like trying to find this is actually hurting him. Not to a significant degree, like not like it's gonna kill him, but this is causing him legitimate pain. And to have a being come back with this amount of intensity and anger, you have to realize, like Mud, you would realize that whatever caused this to happen, the person that he was probably died. And something else, something more intense, something more hateful came back. Yes, Gab.
With this medicine check and knowing something potentially happened to him to forget his name, that his brain might be altered differently, is there any like sort of like pink oozing? Is that what we saw from the plague sort of thing that might be like coming out? Or I don't know if we'd be able to even see that.
With a 19 and a natural 20, that is an amazing observation, but there is no pink growths anywhere on his body.
Okay.
Is this more of like what my kind of brand of revivify, you know, of I woke up with a hole in my chest, like you maybe made a deal?
So, okay, with that nat 20, one more thing before we move away from that medicine check. You look at all of the, the hilt and the handguard of his great sword looks very strange, because all of the tubes, like, linking into his arm are linking into the sword itself. Like, with a natural 20, you're like, oh, it looks like his blood is supposed to go into the sword for some reason, and then the blood is supposed to come back into his body. And you realize, and like again, it's like tubing and like veins going into his arm, a lot of them. And you realize, Mud, whatever, like you had a hole in your chest. He woke up with holes in his arms, and you don't know what could have happened to cause it. But it's like that's the connection. Make sense?
Is this chef's work?
It is not chef. It is not chef.
Okay.
It's the same kind of theme, but chef is not involved with this.
Okay, so something powerful brought him back from the dead.
Yes. And so he looks to you, Olive, and like again, you're able to see his you're able to see again like tears of blood as he goes, I apologize, I can't.
I put a hand on his ginormous hand, the one that is not armored. And I say, please, do not harm yourself. We will figure it out together. For now, let us pray.
Yes, yes, yes! Pray, please. Does everyone begin to pray?
I do.
Incredible. Do you all get to? So actually, I would love to know. Based upon this insane creature, how do each of you pray? How do you prostrate in like just trying to like be faithful?
Load bearing R once again.
Yep, there we are.
I think if
yeah, we know what's up.
If he'd allow me, I'd like to hold his hands while we pray.
Whoa.
He will give you his enormous overgrown hand that's like the size of your torso.
Mm-hmm.
Cowrie closes their eyes and takes out not the godly weapon loot, but pulls the Dame Slayer back out. And is just like eyes closed, plucking like one very long note at a time, just underscoring all of this with a kind of like low, slow, like thrumming.
Okay. Low, slow thrumming. Her, AJ, what are you guys doing?
I think her is kneeling and kind of looking to the sky and muttering things like quietly in prayer.
Okay. Nico, you're muted. Damn.
No.
Oh, Mud, how are you praying?
Louder. I think Mud has a very, very complicated relationship with Sylvanas. Because I think he and his family prayed to him when he was young.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also part of the reason why he doesn't believe he's a chosen one is because he has a lot of anger towards Sylvanas and a lot of bitterness. And so I think Mud does a thing that just comforts him.
Okay.
And he druid crafts orange blossoms, but he like amplifies it so they twist around and up his arms and across his heart and down his body until like he's almost covered in these flowers.
Okay, got it. Incredible. Nico, can you talk?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yes.
Yep.
I was gonna say AJ's also probably kneeling. I was gonna say like a football kneel with like one arm over his knee, but instead of her looking up, AJ is probably looking down with his eyes closed.
Okay, got it. The ALL-GOD cleric looks to you, Olive, and says, "What are you praying for?"
I am praying for your deliverance from thirst, silence, drought, pestilence, and weakness. As well as your deliverance from your agony.
Yes. Please excuse me, I must go greet my other generals. He gets up, stands away from you, and he goes and stands directly in front of you, AJ, and says, "What are you praying for?"
I'm praying for answers. Too many answers, but the one for now would be how we can help.
There are enough gods out there. One of them has to have some. I think we'll find them. Let's find them together. You are beautiful. You are an inquisitor. You are the sword that is wielded by the hands of the gods that is to spill the blood of non-believers. You're perfect in your construction and shall only be improved.
Yeah. AJ doesn't have much to reply to that. Just a solemn nod, I think.
Concise. Please continue. He walks over to her, and the same question as everyone else goes, what are you praying for?
I am praying for your strength for yourself and your congregation. To better and deliver peace amongst all.
That's so interesting. How the general of the great storm armies would ask for clear skies and calm seas. You have such a great depth to you that I was not expecting.
I think in this moment, to kind of prove my worth to the ALL-GOD cleric, I will go into a rage so my hands come out and they're like the lightning is coming out from like behind me so he can kind of see.
You watch as some of his congregation like moves away, and they begin and they begin to kind of like run backwards a little bit as like this is power they've never seen before, coming from you. Like again, another piece of proof, kind of proving your your godliness, your authority over these people. Give me a quick perception check, her.
Oh no, is this the right decision? Perception check, 16.
Yes, 16. As you look out to the crowd, you see a lot of people who are afraid. A lot of people who are trying to get away from this power. But again, you, in their eyes, are an emissary from Talos, the god of the storms. Mm-hmm. So there should be a faction here that would be overjoyed towards this display of strength and electricity. And as you look out to the crowds, you see a lot of people kneeling, a lot of people running. You don't see anyone praising you. Okay. As he looks to the arms and goes, such a wonderful set of helping hands, completely on brand as well. Your followers will be pleased. They will be pleased. So pleased. Goes over to the one covered in plants, mud. You cover yourself in greenery. What do you pray for?
I ask for comfort. Can I do an insight check on him to see what he would want me to say?
Yeah, go right.
Expecting me to say.
Go right ahead. Not a problem at all.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's only a 9. Wait. I treat a roll as a 10. Any roll. Because I have the constellation of the dragon. So I have this star map underneath the plants that's softly glowing.
Okay.
So that's a 10 plus 5, 15.
As flowers bloom on top of where the star map is, kind of like putting it in nature and also on your skin, you are able to look into this man's face and you can see, Mud, I think you would, again, very applicable to you. Being awake hurts this guy. His life is pain and hardship of a physical, probably mental degree as well. And I think what he wants from a druid, someone connected to nature, is the idea of healing both the land and of him. Make sense?
Yeah. So I think Mud then answers honestly and says, I ask for comfort. I ask for nights without nightmares and clear stars to wake up to.
He gets down on one knee, just to like get within eye line to you. And he puts both of his hands like onto your head, and like with a very gentle pressure, looks at you and says, he looks back, he turns away, he looks towards the effigy, the nature effigy, which again does not represent you at all, but like representing nature as a whole, and goes, They kept saying that I would know you, not by the way that you look, but by what you believe. Because I believe that too. Thank you.
I think some of the orange blossoms twine around his arms and kind of not painful, not irritating. I think like in the way that plants can be medicinal, some medicinal like soothing, non-inflammatory plants like twine around the parts of him that are chronically in pain and bulbous and
go ahead and give me a nature check real quick as the plants begin. What's up?
Do with advantage because I'm like so cool.
Yeah, no. This is not gonna be with advantage. But you watch as they like these plants grow up to like his face and like his arm, and he looks so like it's almost like he's seeing an alien for the first time. Like he hasn't seen plants in so long. And give me what that nature check is.
That's a 19.
That's a 19. When the plants, when the plant, again, like his blood coming down out of his eye onto his arm and kind of going down his arm, when the plants contact the blood, you are able to watch the plants grow and like far beyond any ambient druidic magic that you have. They grow to an insane degree, like giant, like inch diameter vines, like enormous flowers, like megafauna, basically. And they get so big, so fast, you watch as they begin to and begin to explode in like splatters of chlorophyll as the plants grew literally too fast to sustain themselves. And with a 19 nature check, there is something, his blood caused that to happen. There is something about his blood that is magical. In some way, whether or not he can even access it, you don't know if he's like, is he a warlock?
Is it like
is he
amplified divine magic in a way, or like religious magic in a way of like it's better? Like if Cowrie like played a song and like had his blood on them, would Cowrie would the song be that much more amplified or?
Incredible. I mean, an incredible theory with the 19. I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
But an excellent thing to be thinking about. Just know that his blood is weird. Okay. The ALL-GOD cleric stands up and moves away from you and goes over to Cowrie. Coming over to Cowrie, the ALL-GOD cleric is quiet. As you are strumming this low note on your lute, again, just very calm, guiding everyone through this prayer. And you are able to hear as like, are you looking at your lute? Or are you looking at him? What are you doing?
Before this, I had my eyes closed, just playing by feel and focusing on the sound. And when I hear him come up to me, I look up at him.
You look up? Do you still keep playing even though you look up?
Yes.
Okay, got it. He looks down at you as this, playing the music, this action of prayer, and he looks at you, and he, and he begins to walk basically encircling you, essentially, like trying to walk a circle around you, basically.
Okay.
I need you to give me a stealth check very quickly.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You've got.
I'm going to let you know right now. You got a 26 perception.
Okay.
You also have the guidance from Lollipop.
I do have the guidance from Lollipop. I've already
Yeah.
flipped my coin today.
Okay.
Didn't you do enhance ability?
That was for charisma.
That's for charisma.
Charisma.
Sorry.
Charisma. No, don't worry.
Charisma.
Yeah. I got a 28. With the
Holy-
guidance from...
Lollipop. Wow.
And I wouldn't have without the guidance.
As he walks... Oh, 1 second. Wait, actually, that works. As he walks around you, staring down at you, he closes his eyes. He kneels so that he gets closer to you, and he looks at you, and he says, I thought you were so important, and I was wrong. And I was wrong. To the rest of you, I apologize. This is no profit. You've just brought me another sacrifice. It is very important. He comes to you, Cowrie. It is very important now that you get up and you get into the effigy with the lute, so that we may call the true. Get up and get it! Get up and get it! And he gets like really mad. He gets extremely mad.
I hold up my hand. Does he react at all to that? Does he calm down at all?
You completely unhinged maniac.
Okay.
He has his sword in hand. He's not attacking you, but it looks like something made him incredibly angry.
Okay. I'll take a gamble. Say stop. Stop. Now, we know for certain that you are who we thought you are. And I'm going to take off my big coat and pull my sealskin over my shoulders.
You're a Selkie.
Mm.
You have the sealskin? You said you put the sealskin on, right?
Put the sealskin on. I need you to tell me what it is that you think is wrong.
It's the voices. It is the endless amount of wishes and curses and they never speak in harmony. It is endless. And like he's shaking his sword and it's like raised above his shoulder and it looks like he might attack Cowrie. Like you don't know. It's very touch and go here.
Okay. Okay. I am instead going to... Okay. I put the Dame Slayer back. And I pull out Thulth Auditor's lute. And take a very deep breath and focus the way I did back at... Oh, what's the freaking place at back in Rebound?
Okay.
The cube.
Oh, the Polar
Armor.
Fortress, yeah.
Full Fortress. On that tuning into those frequencies and and playing that way instead of the way that I know. And I'm going to try and strum on that instead to get that reverberating feeling from it.
Okay, okay. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
Okay.
And
And I
I'm
have
gonna say-
advantage on this. I have advantage on this.
Yes, and I'm going to say that no one else can assist with this. This has to be a roll done by Cowrie, okay?
Okay. Am I about to blow all of us up?
No, you're not going to blow anybody up.
Okay,
No,
If
you
you attune to this thing,
you
you're
attuned
good.
to it.
Okay.
You got advantage.
I got 26.
Nice.
With a 26,
I
He
don't like
looks-
how long he's taking.
he closes his eyes. And you see like he starts like focusing really hard. And he goes, no. The songs must have lyrics. They must have voices. And those voices. Your performance is exquisite and may still be the one that I am looking for. But I am aware of only one way of knowing if you are who you claim to be. I need you to start crying.
I look at him and I keep playing. And I try to finally let it sink in exactly what it is that he took from me, and that everything that he did to my parents, and that he changed the course of my entire life from the very start, and that I never even knew it. And let that finally bring forth those emotions and cry.
With that, there will be no perception check. Cowrie, you do begin to cry. And there is a level of like silence of it is people again praying in like hushed whispers, and even the ALL-GOD cleric goes silent as the rest of you are standing there and praying. Does anyone else do anything here to interrupt this, or fully staying out of it?
I'm standing next to Cowrie, but
Okay.
just in case. But
I'm still praying, but I'm slowly moving over to them
Okay.
and the ALL-GOD cleric in case anything happens.
Okay.
But I'm staying back.
Got it. AJ and her, any interaction?
I've probably looked up, but I'm still kneeling.
Okay.
So I'm just looking.
Understood. Her, any reaction? Any action?
I'm still in a rage. I think I kind of just like look over and slowly slide on my knees over to them when the ALL-GOD cleric isn't looking.
Okay. Cowrie, you begin to cry. And in a silent way, your friends gather around to help. Just to like be like, our presence is here. And this is where I'm going to ask for the roll. Now, you choosing to let all this emotion out, this will grant you something. That has unlocked something going forward. However, if you would like to gamble on this, and if you would like to roll for me. We can call it a performance check to give the to bring forth all this emotion and the and like your friends and everything. If you would like to, we're gonna have this back to the game. If you would like to give me a performance check of DC 35, it will change everything going forward.
DC 35?
DC 35. And anyone can help in any way they can.
Because I was about to say,
Guidance.
Okay.
When you have the
Maybe-
guidance from Lollipop.
I used mine already.
I will
I
say,
used it on the last
I'll
roll.
say in
You have
this case,
advantage, and I give you guidance. Can
Okay.
you give yourself Bardic?
I will say in this instance, you are allowed to give yourself Bardic.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna freaking do that.
Yes.
Is there any way to give the help action?
I believe Cowrie already has advantage from...
Okay.
Enhance ability.
Yes. We've been going for
Okay.
an hour? Holy fuck. Okay.
What?
I know, crazy.
I will give Kaori bend luck, so you get another D4.
Another D4. Okay.
This is like when you're like trying to lockpick in Baldur's Gate and you're just adding all the...
Yeah.
all the-
Weird. I want to figure out what I need to roll to get that.
What's your performance modifier?
Plus 11.
Plus 11. Okay. So you would need to get... Nat 20 already makes you succeed here.
Okay.
And you have advantage.
I do have
With
advantage.
with an 11. We'll
What's the
see.
Bardic dice?
I
Is
guess
it 8?
I have two D4s and a D6.
I thought yours was a D8 now, or no?
No, I think it's still a D6.
Oh, I used my wheel to give you another D6.
Ah!
Holy shit, they might do it.
Okay,
You need
okay.
at least a 15 on the die then, Darv.
Okay.
If I can do
I
math.
hate this.
You got this.
roll,
You got
roll
this.
the bonuses first. Roll all the bonuses first.
Okay. And wait, I'm getting...
Well, wait, what did we do last time when they rolled like
Well,
three
yeah.
threes for Valar
Oh,
Fortress?
Oh god.
Well, so it was the
Oh,
idea of
God.
like pumping spell slots to give D6s. We're not doing that here. This is a once and done thing.
Okay.
DC 35.
I'm getting different dice.
Oh, it's 35, not 30.
No, it's 35.
Oh, so you need
Because
to roll
this will
more than
change
15.
everything.
Okay. 2 D20.
If there was ever a game to make it happen, this is the game.
Yeah, 2d4s,
What's-
2d6.
What? Oh my god, they're gonna do it. Oh my.
Don't jinx it!
I'm
Don't
using
jinx
my-
it! Don't jinx it!
What's
Don't
the,
jinx it! Shut up!
What's
Shut the
the
fuck up!
What's the weapon I have? Does that I gives me advantage? Oh fuck! It only gives me advantage. Okay, never mind.
She has advantage, I think.
Yeah.
Gab, give me a. Okay, you have the sword.
Yes.
Do you want to do something with that sword right now to help Cowrie?
Yes.
What do you? Okay, how would you use that sword? Okay, okay. That sword gives you. Okay, Darby, keep counting that up. Gab, this sword gives you nothing. Not with the ALL-GOD cleric, but with the people that he's leading. It gives you like advantage on persuasion checks.
Mhm.
What do you want to do to try to help? What? How do you want this to influence?
I think what will happen is that my lightning arm will take the sword out, will hold it up and show it to everybody that's praying. I will then walk over and put it in, I guess, right below Cowrie's loot, like where they are. Like almost like I'm giving it to them.
Give me a persuasion check, and I'm gonna need this to be a DC. You're gonna do this with advantage. DC 17.
Oh, I already beat it. Dirty 20. I can roll
Holy
again to
shit.
see. I can roll again to see if I get a nat 20. No, dirty 20.
You guys are able to look over, and you are able to see that one of the sacrifices that was being lined up, this one was going to go. I'm just want to make sure I get all this right. This one was going to go into the olive effigy, and you're able to see wave iconography on their clothing and cloak, and like you're able to recognize like this iconography is like the winds of Valkyr. He's like the god of like smooth sailing essentially. But also, you realize that they have a cloak on, but this cloak isn't made of cloth. It's made of seal skin. And you realize that a Selkie was going to be sacrificed to Olive's effigy. And again, hands bound, gag around their mouth, like horrified because they think they're about to die. Looks over and goes, and will give Cowrie a bardic inspiration.
Oh shit. I get another one.
Oh.
Again.
35.
Okay.
The
Okay.
3d6.
Okay. Okay. So, on all of the add-ons, so it ended up being 3d6s, 2d4, and my d20s with advantage.
Yes.
On the d6s, I got 14 total. On the d4s, I rolled 2 1s, which brought me to 16.
16.
Plus my modifier,
Right.
which brought me to 27. So that's all of my modifier and all of the add-ons. On one of the d20s, I rolled a 1. And on the other d20, I rolled a 16.
Let's go!
So I got, I think, a 45. But it was close with that one.
Oh my god.
Cower, you weep. That has changed this game.
Yay.
You
Incredible.
and all of it, and it's the idea of everything you've been through, everything that has gone on, and also it's the idea of like not even your hit, not even like this group, but the past and everything that was taken from you. It is everything, and as you cry, initially, you're able to hear the ALL-GOD cleric say, "Yes, yes, yes, weep!" And then everything changes. And you're able to see, and it looks like in front of Cowrie, like again, your eyes well with tears, stinging salt. You're able to then all of you are able to see like a flexing and like a shifting in his body and his tone, and like everything begins to kind of like changing. He looks incredibly uncomfortable, like kind of like almost like curling into himself. And then you see he looks up, and you see he immediately kneels. He kneels, and with the arm that is not large, with like the arm that is like normal, again huge but not like overgrown with like all this like weird like extra blood stuff. You see that he reaches into his into his breastplate, and he pulls out like a handkerchief. It's like a regular like, white handkerchief, and he goes, No. And he tries to like basically like tilt your chin up, try to like bat the tears away, and goes, I don't know why I would ask you to do that. I'm so sorry. And he tries to basically like try to like stop you from crying, and goes, if I can cover, I apologize. I'm Deacon, please get the box if you can. And you're able to see the small little goblin woman go. And she runs off, and she goes to grab just a box from like a cart that's like off like in the crowd basically, and begins coming back over. She rushes over to the ALL-GOD cleric, comes over to him, and he takes the box and goes, I can't believe that I treated you like that. I'm so sorry. And I promise I will never treat you like that again. Here. And he takes, it's like a small little like wooden box, very plain, nothing really remarkable. And he opens it up, and he takes out like a very tiny little like cloak. It almost looks like a bib almost. And he puts it around your back, so it's like covering your shoulders and your back. And he puts it around you, and he like ties a little like thing around your neck, like again, huge hands, and goes, maybe that will keep you warm. Will that make you comfortable?
That was very kind. Thank you.
Yes. I'm so sorry, Cowrie. I'm very sorry. Everyone, and like it seems like he has a very calm demeanor, and the crowd is shocked, like they have never seen this before. And he goes, all of you, I have been such a rude host. Please rise to your feet. And like he extends his normal hand to try to help you up off the ground.
Me?
Yes, Cowrie, but also to everybody else, because he is large and can just do that.
I offer him my hand, and I stand up.
Does everyone stand?
Mhm.
I never knelt.
Okay, there you go. Baller, metal as fuck.
Yeah.
I wasn't even praying.
he puts a hand like on the on the small little cloak like on your back and goes, to everyone, your devotion to calling these generals forward, it is recognized, and you will all be rewarded in due time. I believe these individuals have the power to undo the great wound that was cast upon these lands 40 years ago. Because now, he walks away from the group of you, and goes, for now the 3 arms of the new era of Superi and Trum have been brought together once again. The captivating speeches and the understanding of penance from the all-God preacher. The arm and the weapon of the gods themselves, the all-God cleric. And he turns, cocked, and gestures over to Cowrie and says, and returned once again, the conductor of the all-God choir. We'll take a very quick break.
Whoa!
What? What?
Welcome
What?
to Zirigo. Welcome to the all-God flock. Are we having a good time so far?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and yes.
I'm freaking out, man.
Darby needs a conductor one now.
Yeah.
It's gonna get more fun now. It's not gonna be so serious.
Is that just how he's gonna talk now? He's done raging?
We'll see.
He's
Like
off
what?
the tee.
What the hell?
He's off the tee. He's having Roy Ray.
It ebbs and flows.
But yeah, that's the all-God cleric, and you're gonna learn more about him. But I hope everyone's having fun. And goddamn,
Yeah.
time flies when I'm being crazy.
Woo!
Any initial thoughts that we want to get out? Everyone just cut right to break.
He's scary.
I'm so intrigued.
he's
I'm
supposed
so
to be.
intrigued.
And who is this new person?
You.
You.
Well, no, like the switch in him from like the crazy to like.
Maybe that's who he
Hello.
once
Green
was.
Goblin.
I'm sorry, I was so rude.
The goblin? What?
He's Green Goblin.
He's the
Norman
green
Osborn.
goblin.
Maybe it's who he used to be before. Whatever. I'm gonna.
But he was a warlord before this, so he like already wasn't a good person. Like,
We'll see. Well, we will be seeing when we get back. We will see. But so we're gonna take a very quick break. P. What? Yes, Gab.
If the all-God cleric is Green Goblin, does that mean Cowrie is Spider-Man?
Yes.
Yes.
And does that
yes.
mean I am? What's the octopus guy?
Doc
Doc
Ock.
Ock.
Doc
Doc
Ock.
Ock.
Dr. Ock. That's me.
Dr. Octavius.
Oh, the
Yeah.
yes.
Because I have so many hands.
I love it.
AJ
That would make
is.
Kate Doctor Strange, I guess.
Ooh.
No, if Cowrie's Spider-Man, I'm Mary Jane.
Good
Oh
point.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
right.
true.
Yeah.
Or the other, or Gwen Stacy. Depends.
Gwen Stacy's way
Yeah.
cooler.
Not Gwen Stacy because she dies.
She dies every time.
That's true.
so I did the math, Cowrie. Darbs, you would have had to at least roll an 8 with all those modifiers
Yeah.
to get a 35. So
Things have
Well
changed now.
done.
Things have changed. And we're
I
gonna
wouldn't
get
know
what
what would have
happened-
happened if I failed.
Good things, right, Drew? Only
well,
good things.
so we're gonna get into it, but I will tell you what the mechanical impact of that is when we get back. Okay, so everyone go pee, pop your hips, get a snack. We'll be right back. Peace out, everybody.
Ah!
And we're back. We lost Gab, and I gotta move some stuff around. Hold on.
Not too bad.
Someone's gotta go away. There we go.
No, please! No!
No, God, no!
Wait.
Please,
No,
no.
no,
Don't do anything.
Which one are you? Oh, wait.
Wait.
Sorry, Moss. You're
getting
going
it.
to the Forever Zone.
Go to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Yeah, I gotta get you framed up. Hold on. There you
I
go.
can't see the funky frames because I got an ad for sinus rinse.
That's what Gab needs right now. Yeah, Gab had to hop off because she's not feeling well because, you know, the flu, and it sucks.
The
Getting a
flu.
migraine.
The flu.
And just so we have it
from
recording,
the
we told her to
Bible.
not come tonight. The fact that she was here at all is a miracle.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the slow pull of you moving
you
me
go.
into frame.
Fixed up.
And then
But
there
now
we go.
they're Olive, and Olive is Mud. and I
Oh,
am
well,
her.
we can't always get what we want.
You can't
Oh,
always
wait,
not
get
have the four.
what you want.
Oh, you don't have it for
what I need to
eight.
do is I need to just do this. Hold on. I need to take you. You
I
guys,
didn't look, but this chocolate's probably fine, right, Kate? It's from
What's that?
Christmas.
Oh,
This
it's fine.
chocolate's probably fine, right? It's from
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. It's chocolate.
You need to go here. You need
I'm
to.
AJ.
Wait,
Aw.
how? Why?
You're
Hang
No,
on.
AJ.
not anymore. Not
There you
anymore.
go.
We are AJ.
I was like,
Yeah,
no,
AJ.
no. Okay.
We
Alrighty.
are.
Finishing strong.
Is it not possible to swap me and Moss, or did you do that?
He
already?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that. Sorry.
No, you did. You
No,
did. you did.
Olive is Olive.
Oh, okay.
You did
My
It's
stream's a
all
little bit
good.
Yeah,
behind.
okay,
'cause
okay.
I
Oh,
did-
no, you did it
We're
back.
good. We're good now.
Oh, wait.
Now it's back. Very good.
Wait,
Okay.
no.
No, we're good.
Okay.
You guys are
We're
off
good.
the
We're
way.
good.
It's
We're
fine.
good. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
I trust you.
So we ready to hop back in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you got it. As prayers and applause begin to break out, the ALL-GOD cleric, completely different demeanor, looks to all of you.
How long was that?
And says, I would be honored if you would join me in my ziggurat, so that we may plan the future of Zerigo, Superi, Trum, and the grand kingdom that we are to unify. Would you be willing to join me?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, okay. Walk with me, please. Stand aside. And everyone in the congregation immediately begins moving away. As he begins walking into the crowd, he stops again, turns back, and goes, and I'm sorry, my memory is a bit foggy. You wanted me to release the sacrifices back to their religious organizations, correct?
Correct.
All right. The generals have decreed it. Release the prisoners now. The effigies shall stop. You have all done well, as you were. And the gags are taken out of mouths. The hands are unbound as people begin running back to their own separate, sects. As people begin dispersing, as they begin, a lot of them disperse. Some of them stay and kind of form a channel and just look at all of you in amazement, and just look up at the ALL-GOD cleric in amazement, seeing this new demeanor. As you all begin to walk. You begin to walk the city of Zerigo.
Can I do a medicine check or a religion check or something on what's actually changed inside of him?
Oh, it's going to be a religion check, absolutely.
Okay.
I should have the
Guidance.
Guidance.
As we're walking, I immediately hold Carrie's hand as we're walking.
Why you squeeze your hand so
Wait.
tight?
Religion. It's +1, but I count it as a 10. So that's a 14.
A 14? I mean, you saw what Cowrie can do at the Battle of the Bards. There was clearly something going on between Cowrie crying and his demeanor changing. You do get the sense that this is not permanent, though. That if you wanted this to be permanent, Cowrie would have to be basically have to cry constantly and just constantly be in agony. But also, knowing that and by the way, the check to cause this to happen, the DC just went. Sorry, that is too short. My apologies. The DC that was for 3 minutes. Oh my god, I'm sorry. The DC for this check has now gone down. It is still a high check, definitely. However, in this, I'll tell you this mechanically. The ALL-GOD Cleric and all the terrifying stories that you have heard from Kenneth Ward, from the All-Seer, from all the people that have reported this man to you. This is a new demeanor entirely, he has the greatest respect for you, especially to Cowrie, for bringing him back to this level of sentience. And because of that, you guys, as long as he's in this state, can now make unreasonable requests of him. And he will either do the best he can to make them happen, or consider them. Now, you can't just ask him to kill himself. However,
jump. I want you to jump.
There is very little that you cannot ask of him, okay? You, in one insane check, you guys just successfully convinced this guy in this state to become an ally of you. Okay?
Okay.
So you guys begin to walk the city. Would you all like a description of the city of Zurigo, as you maybe consider what you want to say to, what do you want to ask of him?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Let me change the music. Oh, sorry. The city of Zurigo. A grand city made of sandstone, destroyed by pirates. Cannonballs ripped through the buildings as pirates ripped through the population. Buildings destroyed, leaving metric tons of rock blocking off main city streets. Entire neighborhoods reduced to nothing but sandstone slats and rubble. The larger city, where the majority of the population resided, has become a ghost town. There are some roaming thieves and bandits who stalk the ruins and alleyways, but this is not a place where you can pay for safety. Most travelers will pitch a tent within rubble or hide atop unsteady, cracked rooftops to sleep before continuing deeper. The cobblestone streets are now all but buried with sand, with every step being uncertain, your feet sometimes landing upon solid rock or sometimes plunging into an unseen pit. The closer you get to the city center and the North Shore Palace, the more organized these ruins become. Although the vast majority of the architecture is still destroyed, the ruins become more inhabitable the closer you get to the dwellings of Stalemate's last king and queen. Merchants and inns and taverns have been constructed in the ruins, peddling basic needs like food and water and beds and armor to anyone that has the good fortune of finding a buried satchel of gold or cutlery made of silver, or who has excess food or water to barter. It all comes to a head at the North Shore Palace, an ancient ziggurat made of sandstone towering far above any structure in the city. The main stairway leading to the top chamber. It almost looks endless with how high this temple rises, but you can see every couple of steps they're littered or decorated with all kinds of religious symbols, icons, and objects of worship placed on spikes. And it isn't difficult to notice the blood staining each one of these relics, taken from an enemy of the ALL-GOD Cleric. Placed on display in mockery or reverence, who knows? But that is the city that you are walking through now. Potentially the most protected people here from bandits, raiders, and the religious population at large. The city of Zurigo. So, as you guys make your way through, people 30 yards in front of you move away to make room to allow you safe passage, unobstructed, hoping to not even catch your eye. And as you continue to walk, is there anything any of you would like to ask or talk to the ALL-GOD cleric about?
Is Zerigo, like, based off of, like, Ziggurat? Like, that's why the name of the city is Zerigo?
Oh.
Hee.
Look at you knowing a lot about history, Moth, and also knowing words in general. Okay.
I just know you.
Let's go, baby. Me. Okay.
Me.
Okay. All right. And as you walk.
Can't hear you. You're trying to say something, Kat?
Who, me?
Darcy? Oh,
I was
yeah.
I was trying to think of how to say the thing I wanted to say. The earlier you changed when we were speaking. Do you remember clearly from before?
I do. Yes. And I am ashamed.
Well, we can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, okay.
Now we
I
can.
was just too quiet, my bad. Yes, I do. And I'm ashamed at the way that I treated each of you when you landed on the shore. It can be so hard to think and act clearly nowadays. I cannot remember the last evening when I had a peaceful night of rest.
Why is that?
I am often plagued by responsibility. Am I too quiet on your end, or should I bump it a little
No,
bit?
I hear you.
Oh, you got it. These are my people. And I am responsible for their well-being, for their feeding, their watering, their clothing, to make sure they are protected, and to make sure they protect each other. Their wants, their needs, their curses, their thankless attitudes at times, they cloud my mind. And it makes me angry. Everyone here give me a religion check.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
Natural 20.
Natural 20!
18.
18.
What was the check again? Sorry.
Religion.
I'm making up for all the ones
For a
I
total
rolled
of
last
21.
night.
Mud, I'm gonna focus in on AJ for a hot sec. AJ, you've worked as a privateer, a mercenary, for a long time before this, and probably will for a long time after, with the new skill set. The idea of expressing thanks, the idea of expressing fear, the idea of expressing anger, the idea of, like, thankless calls into the void. And, you know, a privateer is one in which violence is pretty common, and you think, oh, I've heard all of those things before, but not in the context of someone talking to me, not in the context of someone talking to anyone. In certain circumstances, right before you would end someone's life, you would hear them pray. And they would pray in one of those ways. You realize, AJ, that the ALL-GOD cleric hears prayers from all of these people when he is not in the, which, with a nat 20, imagine hearing all people of all these religious sects praying simultaneously. And with all of those different, you couldn't separate your thoughts from theirs. And with gods of war, gods of storm, gods of chaos, gods of greed, it might drive you mad. And something that Cowrie did caused that to change. Floor is yours. All of yours.
Mhm.
I know that I was here with you when I was very young. Um, did this happen back then as well?
It did. Yes. The last 30 years have been difficult. As the older I become, the stronger, the louder the voices become. More people gather to me, and the more I hear of their suffering and I hear of their pleas, and the more pain I experience, the more anger I experience. And I fear it obstructs my ability to lead clearly, that I do not explain myself well before doing what must be done. And yes, Cowrie, you were here before, and it was 10 years after this began happening to me. And I remember as I held you in my arms for the first time, as you wailed so loudly, it was the first time that all of the voices in my head spoke with harmony.
Why do you think you can hear them in the first place?
I cannot remember much of myself from before I was this. But what I do remember is that I was not a faithful man. I committed atrocities in the name of every god to prove that they were not real, to prove that the followers of gods were fools. And I believe my agony now is penance from every god that I slighted. Every god deserves to be worshipped and revered, and I am living proof of that. Every god cast me down for their sin, and I feel the agony of them all. That is why I am like this. And it has been through great focus and great penance and great reflection that I have learned in minor ways how to channel that power to aid me in bringing people together in my name.
How long do the effects of this last?
It has been 20 years. When Cowrie was in my care, the effects were almost constant. My brother, he said that you were such a gift to have returned me to my right mind. I'm unsure. But once I start feeling the pains once again, it shall be obvious, but I can promise you that with your displays, I believe that I will not be in pain for much longer.
How close are we to the ziggurat?
You're getting closer. You're about half of the city at this point. And at this point, you're able to notice that some people are like coming out of the alleyways, kind of like look and like gawk at you guys. And you're able to notice that for AJ, it's people in leather armor with like sabers and like pirate cutlasses and flintlocks, very raider looking people. For Mud, it's druids like clad in like gray robes with like green lining. And for Olive, you're able to see so many people like gaunt, like thirsty looking. But stalking in the alleyways near to you, you're able to see those 4 monks that you saw on the shore, those Umberly monks, standing and looking at you. And the ALL-GOD cleric says, soon it will be important that you meet your followers, so that they know how to practice in a way that you find fitting. What was your question again, Kate?
How long does this last?
Yes. Sorry. He answered that. I want to make sure I covered all the bases there.
Yeah.
Once we have you comfortable within the ziggurat, you can venture forth and meet those who wish to do your bidding. But also, if you wish to stay within their dwellings, you are more than welcome to.
We'll see. Until then, how would you like to be referred to?
I was the ALL-GOD cleric before this happened to me, and I am the ALL-GOD cleric now. Please refer to me as such. And thank you. I am Tafgar for the raid. We appreciate it. Welcome to the table. Welcome in, guys. Everyone pray. Everyone pray.
No, we're trying to avoid getting into a cult.
Oh, you're
I
already
refuse to pray.
You're approaching the ziggurat now. Any other things that you want to ask of this man at this point?
Until we meet our flocks, ALL-GOD cleric, there is a favor we must ask of you.
You reach the steps, and you see that he takes like 4 or 5 steps in like his legs are so long. As you guys can like trail behind him, and as he goes, please, ask it of me. For such peace, there is almost nothing that I would deny you.
We did answer your call, the call of your flock, to deliver you all from pain. But we also came here following the trail of a certain man who we have business with. If you could either bring him to us or bring us to Kenneth Ward, we would be forever in your debt.
Kenneth Ward, the one who returned my brother to my care.
Yes.
Alone in the world, experiencing visions of all of you, I can only imagine the strife that he has gone through these last few years. Come, they are in the ziggurat, under my protection. I'd be happy to show you to both of them.
There's something you should know.
As he is climbing the stairs, he stops and turns. Speak, please, conductor.
Kenneth Ward. He told me this himself, and I've had other people confirm it for me. He's the one who took me from you in the first place.
That's not possible. No. You disappeared into song and whispers to be taken away to those that practice music. You were called away from me on a royal journey.
Who told you that?
My deacon, my advisor. Her name is Deacon Hadassah. She was the goblin woman who brought me the cloak.
Your deacon lied to you.
No, she wouldn't do that. She couldn't do that. We must ask Kenneth Ward of this directly.
He did the same to us. Took Cowrie from us. And it was like as if they disappeared. Keep your wits about you with this man. He is a notorious liar.
The only reason I returned to them was because this time I was old enough to do it myself.
Lying is a sin. A great miracle was performed, and a cardinal sin was committed. We must determine the path forward.
Oh no!
And you are able to watch as he is climbing the stairs, as he goes, and you watch as his eye, like his bloody red eye, begins to bleed once again, and you watch as like the kind, soft demeanor, like it completely just drains from him, as it almost looks like the disease, like grown part begins talking more, as he goes, we must go to the sacred temple, and we must make him suffer great penances if he confesses to such a sacrilege.
I agree.
Come on! And he begins running up the stairs.
Oh.
He begins like 10 steps at a time,
Oh,
insanely
gosh.
athletic.
Do we want? Should I try and make him calm again?
Do you guys think you can win the persuasion battle, I guess? Against Kenneth? I feel like you guys have the truth. So.
Yeah. Well, because
Fuck that hoe.
how long was that? That was like
25 minutes.
25 minutes. Okay.
Okay, we'll leave him angry for now.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
need to, Cowrie will just
Okay.
Just keep those sad memories in the bank.
Okay.
If we need to make Cowrie cry, we'll just like, I don't know, threaten Olive or something.
Oh my god! This is such a nightmare.
Start crying.
Why is it Cowrie's crying that makes it?
Boom, 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 boom. He is bounding up these stairs, straight linebacker.
God, I
Ken
follow
sitting,
him.
sipping his tea set, going, it feels good to win.
My
like
scheme.
the Jurassic Park, like the water starts to tremble in the cup.
Yep.
As he rushes up the stairs so fast. Do you guys follow him? I assume you follow him.
Yeah.
You guys
Try to keep up.
It is 30 stories. You guys are huffing and puffing. Oh my god. You're passing religious symbols, blood, like trophies, taken, collector, rushing up the stairs, and then suddenly, as you come through a doorway, go up some more stairs into another doorway. We'll get into the actual architecture of this place later. You are now at the main, like the penthouse, like what would be the penthouse in the well, like the main temple area, like that has become the summit of this ziggurat. And as you guys walk into this main chamber, enormous. It is a room for it's been somewhat retrofitted, largely untouched by the damage that you've seen to the rest of the city. And you're able to see that this is not actually a temple, but instead taking directly from the stairway and the doors leading into it. In the middle of the room, you're able to see a large carved throne, large enough for the ALL-GOD cleric to sit comfortably. And to his left and to his right, you are able to see to his left, there is another throne carved out, more recent, not nearly as ancient as this huge one, carved out of the same stone. And then to the right, you are able to see a small little, like, dilapidated, like, wooden, like, crib, basically. and he like explodes into this space. I'm gonna back my mic up. He goes, Kenneth Ward, and screams as loud as he can. Plane overhead. And screams out.
I thought that was part of the watch together.
And screams out for Kenneth Ward. He looks over and he goes, follow me, please. And then he storms off out of the throne room, storms deeper to the temple, and then you're able to notice, like, he takes you down a set of stairs. He's like armor, like scrapes against the stone as he goes down, and then he like opens up a doorway into what could be considered like a private chambers. And in these chambers, you are able to see, sitting on a bed, him. You're able to see him in these chambers at the top of the ziggurat. Him looks at you guys and just joyful, just like his eyes light up immediately. But he's wearing much different clothing than he was before. And you're able to notice that he is wearing a, what is it called? Like a visage? Like what are those like that priests wear? It's like the priest, like the outfit has a name.
Vestments?
Vestments, yes. He's wearing vestments that look much more proper than the ALL-GOD cleric, probably because they can fit better. But you're able to see that he wears an ample amount of like necklaces and like chains that have different, basically like, religious orders descending down basically like to like his navel. A very like classic black, and you're able to notice that sitting next to him is like a shroud that you would wear, that like in this world, to cover yourself from the god's view in like an act of penance. And the ALL-GOD cleric like has to hunch, his back like pressed into the ceiling, and he goes, brother, you're not dressed properly. They can see your face. And him quickly goes, my apologies, brother. And puts the visage on and covers his face completely. And the ALL-GOD cleric goes, where is Kenneth Ward? Where is he? We need answers. To which him says, I am unaware. He said he would wait in the throne room for your return. I have not a single clue where he could be. The ALL-GOD cleric turns to each of you and goes, yes, Mud.
I cast locate object on his pistol.
Holy shit.
If it's within 1,000 feet, I know where it is. I know the exact location of where it is.
Huh?
Yeah. If it's in 1,000 feet of me, I know its exact location.
A lot of feet.
A lot of feet.
That's the entire
a lot
temple.
of toes.
That's the entire temple.
Yeah.
And you look to Cowrie's holster, where Ken's Lucky 22 is, and you think, where is the other pistol that looks exactly like this, exactly like it? That's crazy. And you ping out, and
my eyes roll back into my head as I do it.
Eyes roll back, and you get a ping. And all of you know where, and Mud, you know for sure. The rest of you can infer, because Mud's eyes become gold just for a moment. And Mud, as you can see like the echoing like location of this, you think, I will channel any like connection to the rock, connection to metal, connection to anything that grows here, and you get a strong sense of gold and diamonds and rubies and that which has been crafted. And you're able to see Kenneth Ward with you're able to see him, like, again, it's an outline, but you're able to realize that where he is in the grand treasury, the collection chamber that the ALL-GOD cleric has set up inside of this temple, where he has placed all of his weapons, all of the gold, all of the belongings that he has taken from people, and Kenneth Ward is there right now.
Did you give him permission to take your gold?
He's hunched over. Those are supposed to be given to him as tithes for his service.
He's in there now.
Stealing is a sin! And he, come on again! And
Can I wild shape into, like, a rat or something and like run ahead of everybody and find and like lead them this way without like giving away our location.
Okay.
You can.
So, amazing
that-
idea. Bit of a
that's-
problem. The
yeah, 'cause
all-god
he's-
cleric
Yeah.
is
really
12,
fast.
12. No. He's
No.
Never
fast,
mind.
yeah. He's 12 feet tall, and he's also shouting constantly.
He knows we're coming.
Okay. Yeah.
At the very least, I thought the all-god cleric was coming.
And as you guys are taken deep into the depths of this ziggurat, hot on the trail of Kenneth Ward, who is standing on hollowed ground, who is stealing from the all-god cleric, intending for this to be his grand exit, his retirement. He is in a treasury with all of the wealth he could ever imagine, but it doesn't mean anything if he can't spend it. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
We're gonna end him. And then we're gonna deal with the rest of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, are we all having a good time?
Oh yeah.
Yes, and yes.
Yes.
The
We're
first,
stealing.
I love this shit. The first fight, and he's gonna be on your side.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
baby.
No,
Do we
you're
think-
enemy.
Do we
That's
think
'cause Cowrie
Cowrie
rolled a
tears of
43.
joy also make him calm? What if you cry happiness
Oh.
when Ken's dead?
When you kill Ken.
We'll test it out.
Why is it your tears? That's what I'm confused about.
And what's like fucking me up is that when he was like when you were here when you were a baby, I felt better constantly. So Cowrie was in
Was always
constant
crying.
agony.
Oh shit,
I
they were a
hate
baby.
That shit. That's true. Is it crying or is it pain? What is it?
It's just crying.
Okay, perfect. Good.
It's just
I
crying.
feel better.
No, don't worry. I will make a lot of fucked up stuff. He did not torture any babies.
It was like,
Yeah.
Jesus
Now, he
Christ.
did torture your parents to make you
This is
cry.
true.
That wasn't great.
To
But-
make you
true.
cry, that's crazy.
But then after he kind of let them go, and he was like, "Well, like, you think this guy knows how to calm a colicky baby? I don't
No.
think."
It's
Cowrie
so.
had colic
These
and
are
it
people
made him
that do.
feel better.
Oh.
What is colic? Okay, also I'm gonna change the music real quick.
It's when a baby is very temperamental for apparently no reason. Like they just cry all the time. They're very upset all the time.
Ah.
It's just.
Wah, mommy, wah.
Yeah.
Wah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Any baby that's in this place is gonna be temperamental for a
Yeah.
good reason. So
Yeah.
They're like, what's
Precisely.
colic? All the babies are like that.
why do all of our babies cry?
That's just what they do.
This is what they do. Babies cry. You gotta let them cry. It'll make you feel better.
However, what I will say, because this is probably never gonna come up, and also because Darby, you were an excellent sport. I'm sorry if that got real fast.
Oh no, it's all right.
Okay. And I want this to be recorded so that you guys can quote me on it later. As he said, the prayers and the constant agony within his mind and like this painful like growth of like whatever's going on there, that's something totally different. Those voices and that constant harassment of his thoughts and that confusion and that like that wall being put up, like blocking his true personality from coming through. Cowrie's crying calmed it, because who is Cowrie's deity?
The god of performance.
It's Malil, the god of performance, the god of harmony. And so Cowrie's crying as a baby was the first thing that kind of brought him back to reality, kind of like calmed those aspects of his mind. But it's not necessarily crying that causes it.
Oh.
Perhaps if you were to sing, it would have the same effect.
Oh,
The o-
perfect.
And the question is,
Perhaps.
why did he ask you to cry? Because
No, that's all he knows.
how else babies cannot sing?
Babies can't sing.
Yeah, babies cannot sing. You'll
No,
hear it
My
here.
baby was really
Famously.
cool. My baby can sing.
My baby came out singing "Oh My Darling."
My baby came out with whistle tones. My baby came out and punched Mariah Carey in the face and took her spot as the top singer in the world.
Kenneth Ward might die next session. That's crazy.
That's what he
As he
does.
should.
Not might.
Not
Will,
my.
not my
Not might.
Will.
How the fuck am I gonna make a combat? This dude is so unbalanced. Oh, haha! I've thought of it. Okay.
He's gonna tip over because he's so unbalanced.
Yeah.
He might just keel over. I mean, this might be a
Yeah.
problem that resolves itself.
Hell yes.
But yes, the All-God Cleric. Any other thoughts? Any other lore that you wish to delve into?
Can we know what the stealth check was for?
Yes, it was. Probably not going to come up again. But the little conversation about you, because you handled that perfectly, about like, you're not the one that I'm looking for. It can't be you. The stealth check was not anything active that you were trying to do. The stealth check was for whatever reason, however Calorie would have their hair that day,
Right.
was to obscure
Okay.
your ears.
Oh.
Right.
Because mentioned to me very, very, very recently that I'm pretty sure Darby and I both forgot about was that Cowrie has tattoos on one of her ears, symbols that she doesn't know where they came from.
I just threw it in my backstory doc. And then I mentioned it to Drew and I was like, is this where this is? And Drew was like, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
of course.
yeah,
Of
course,
I have
of
everything
course.
planned
Yeah.
out. I'm not flying by the seat of my pants.
Of course.
I knew all along.
Wow, this is gonna get crazy. I cannot believe that you guys, he's on your side. That's wild. That's absolutely crazy. But also, because I love fucking D&D, I love writing shit. The idea of it being like where his story started is gonna be where it ends. You know what I mean? And like the guy that he stole, revenge. Well, yeah,
Wow.
yes. And I cannot wait to
Aren't
hear
we
your.
in a fucking beautiful narrative cul-de-sac?
Let's go. But
Let's
also,
go.
I'm excited to hear your guys' opinions on like, just thinking about what you're gonna do next and meet your cults and like meet your cults and everything. Because I have all of them designed and they all have stuff to say to you, and I'm very excited for that. So get excited for that.
Oh, we have Colts now? Sick.
Yeah, you got followers. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Don't give me that power. That's ill-advised.
they're all.
Mutt's gonna be like, listen, we bow to no man, no God. We pray to no one and nothing. We balance with nature and give as much as we take, motherfuckers. Now spray paint this A across your face and go fuck shit up.
Go kill the God Cleric. Ah!
Witness me!
Witness me!
Look at me!
Mud comes in and is like, hey guys, don't worry. We have one less cult to worry about. And you just hear the sounds of horrendous battle going on.
Oh my god.
He is 12 feet tall. That's too big.
Mud prays to no one. Mud kneels for no one.
The difference between 5'11 and 6 foot.
I'm 12 feet tall.
You're 11'11 and you know it.
You're 11'11.
Wait, he's
Stop
gotta
lifting
be,
your
please.
heels.
Can that please be canon that he's 11'11"?
We'll say okay, yeah, sorry. He's 11'11. He's
Hell
11'11
yeah.
and 3/4, but he's actually like on doctor's notes he's 11'11. So,
Damn.
you know, the doctors that are here.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Doctors Without Borders, and they ain't coming here.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, boy.
Well, guys, obviously what happened to him, how he got this way, is he just yerked it too hard.
Obviously, yeah.
All I could think of was, especially when the timer was going out, was just stay in the box. No, stay in the box.
What's that?
You've never seen that, Drew?
No. Let's go on the watch together. Hold on.
What is this?
It's
Watch
the...
together.
It's just a clip of something. Or also, leave me alone. That also. Those both fit. That was fun.
I live inside you
You
forever. Oh.
Whoa, one more time, it went too quick.
Yeah, it's very short.
Holy shit, that is him. Oh
I'm
god.
surprised you guys have never seen that before.
I don't like it.
Holy shit, that's funny. Wow.
Get out of my
Stay in
skin!
the box now. And also, the idea, and the one more thing I will say is that there are benefits to both of the all-god clerics like forms, personalities, where the one that is normal is a tactician, like he's brutal, he's a warlord, he talks softly, and he deserves to die. He is evil, he is lawful evil, he is bad. The idea is like he is more like he can talk, he can welcome, he can plan, he can come up with things like that, but he is not as an effective fighter as the rageful side of him. The rageful side fighting Kenneth Ward, you're gonna see some crazy shit that he can do. Get excited. But with all of that, we're going to be ending the stream now. Thank you. I have the best players in the world. You
We're
guys
the best DM in the world.
You chew the fucking scenery. I am this good because you are that good, and it is wonderful.
You give me orange, me give you. You give me
Hold
you.
on. We're gonna finish off on that.
Can you please stay in the box one more time?
Yeah, here, go ahead and put it on. Yeah.
Hold on.
Still there? Okay.
Yeah.
The replay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Get out of my skin.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And play it back one more time.
One more time.
One more time.
Give me you.
And I live by that.
And that's me every day.
She's so brave for that.
She's so brave.
Someone needed to say it.
But with that, everyone, sleep well. Everyone, make sure to drink water. Take care of yourselves. Thank you. I am Taff. We really appreciate you stopping by with the raid. Hopefully you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming to the table. And we'll be catching you sometime next week for the end of Kenneth Ward. Peace out, guys.
Yes! Finally!
Stay in the box now!